Lol, I guess I'm just starting a little bit later tonight than I'd like. I was watching a video by Vinny. It was called Normal Mario Games, and I just lost track of time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's let the people know on Discord that I am live now on Twitch. Give me a sec, I can't talk and type at the same time, I need to focus for a moment. Dude, Degber's trying to get me in trouble on Discord. In one of the channels that totally does not exist, I was like, I want to do requests just for a little bit of fun. And Dagber's like, oh, you know, do this one character from Blue Archive. I'm like, oh, okay. And I post it, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna just delete this. I posted, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think Discord will like that. And I just deleted it. And Dagber's like, oh man, who deleted it? I'm like, I did, because Discord doesn't like posting characters in situations like that. If Ocarina of Time stream, I'll be there. Because Ooga Booga says, is it Cat Link Games? Hello, Cat Link Games. How's it going? I'm playing Wind Waker. Let me just get my TV set up, because right now I'm kind of like playing off of the preview window, and that's actually not a good idea, because there's like a bit of a delay with that window. So we're going to see Elgato for just a second. Give me a moment. To finish my story about what I was talking about, Degber's like, oh man, who deleted the image? I'm like, I did, because Discord doesn't like characters in compromised situations with that body type. So we're just going to have to go off model a little bit. So I had to prompt the AI to give the character like larger breasts just so Discord doesn't have an aneurysm and nuke the entire server. That's that story. I will say the character that Degber went and generated is freaking adorable. But no, we're not gonna do anything like that. No, sir. Can I share this real quick? I don't have it saved. I gotta save it. Let me just put it on the desktop, and I'll show everyone the character. And if anyone's like been in the fun channel, it's a clean image. Relax. I might be dumb enough to threaten a NPC in a video game and get my channel suspended for a day, but I'm not gonna put corn on stream. I'm just not. I'm not that mentally handicapped, right? And I'm not Chris Chan levels of mental retardation. Why did the whole image shift? Here's the character that he wanted me to do. She has bedroom eyes. She always looks so sleepy. She looks very sleepy. Very cute though. I love the dress. I love the long hair. It's just hitting the fraternal protect things in all the right ways. Like must protect. We'll jump in front of Bullet to protect. I think I was trying to do a clean one of Burnus. Let me just do that one real quick. So, at the end of the last time I played Wind Waker, because I was doing Donkey Kong for a little bit, I'm like, I was also doing Wind Waker as the B game. We're gonna go south. We're heading southbound. We're gonna be going to the Forest Haven. That's where we're gonna be heading off to. Let me just get this prompt typed in, and then we'll focus entirely on stream. Let me just get rid of all the spice in the prompts. Twin tails, blonde hair, red eyes. get rid of those tokens, and we don't have anything in the negative prompt that can cause a problem. The reason why I never show the generations live on stream and I always wait for them to finish is because even when you are prompting for something that's safe for work, sometimes if the model is capable of doing not safe for work stuff, it will occasionally just generate the character naked, and that's poo-poo. Also, Catlink Games, you followed me 3 minutes ago. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm scatterbrained right now. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. Maybe I'll play Ocarina of Time after I finish this game. I cannot describe what's going on with the camera controls with Wind Waker. It's been so long since I played the game originally. The best way I can describe it is it feels like left and right on the camera are inverted. So it's like if I'm tilting the camera right, I'm expecting the camera to go to the left. And there's some games that do that where it's like when you tilt the camera right, it's rotating the character right and then rotating the character left. It's weird. I can't describe it. I don't know. It feels off. It doesn't feel right to me. It would seem that Ganon sent those monsters to this place. But that would mean there is no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next Pearl sleeps. We sail to the south. I think I lost a King of Red Lion's voice there. Is that's something I did? Was, hey, buddy, we sail to the south. Why you let me board? He's not letting me board the boat. Okay, I guess he wants me to make the winds go south first. Tonight's stream will only be about 2 hours in length, unfortunately, because I don't want to be going and doing a super long stream. Ideally, I would want to do 3 to 4 hours. But I started so late that I only have that much time tonight. Tomorrow I'll have more time. And I'm undecided if I'm going to do this game or if I'm going to do more Donkey Kong. I need to get into a pattern of Twitch and YouTube, so we can just really focus on that. Is that Generation of Burnus done? Oh yeah, oh, okay, yeah, we're sharing, are the hands? No, the hands. I'm gonna do one more generation. That one was really cute. The hands look a little messed up, so we're gonna try again. We'll try again. I'll have it do 4, then I'll share it, and then we'll walk in. With the wind facing south, we will head off. I do believe we will be interrupted on our way out by the Fishman. Yeah, there he is. Now, what voice do we give the Fishman? He goes, "Day!" like that, so, just kind of grovelly, kind of like, Oi! No, try again. Oi! Hold it there, small fry! Yeah, there, that's the voice. That's the voice of this guy. I don't know where you got your mitts on that sea chart you got there, but it looks to me like it's pretty much got nothing but seas drawn on it. It's pathetic. In fact, it's almost an insult to call that thing a sea chart if you ask me. What's the matter, Saul Fry? I'm just trying to be nice here. I'm telling you that you've got a problem. And you do. Don't give me that stupefy look. It makes you look like you ought to be in diapers. You can't say that. Just listen, okay? I'm here to teach you what I know about this island. So open up your sea chart and make it snappy. Okay. There's a real particular cave toward the backside of this here Dragon Roost Island. Yeah, real particular. But I doubt you'd ever get this here to see it, small fry, unless you manage to sprout wings and fly, that is. Because you won't be getting there otherwise. That's all I could teach you, small fry. but I will do this for you since I'm feeling so generous. I'll send word to all my brethren living near the islands of the Great Sea. Good bunch of fish. If you see a fish leaping out of the water when you sail near the island, sail up to it and spread bait out on the water's surface. Trust me, this is good advice, Fry. See, the baiting process allows you to get a chart of the island, along with any info that might be of use to you. I highly recommend you make a habit of doing so. See, you'll definitely gonna need a reliable safe chart to help you search for things out at sea. I can't emphasize that enough, Fry. You need a well-drawn chart. If you don't get a chart for every island you come across, it'll just be a bigger hassle for you later on. Now don't say I never did anything for you, Fry. Hoi, you there, kingly red lion guy. That's it, I've repaid my debt, I'm done. You take care of the rest. There's a cave on the backside of the island? What is he talking about? Unless you sprout wings and fly. What does he mean by that? Oh, wait. No, it's not there, is it? He said the backside of the island. This isn't the backside of the island. You are able to move your boat slightly. If the sail's up, you can tilt the stick. And then you can tilt the stick forward to move slowly. There's a guy up there. There's a wall over there. What's this backside of the island he's talking about? I love how that buzzer sound is the wrong pitch. It's just high-pitched. It's not supposed to be high-pitched at all. It's the wrong thing. Here's some of those annoying goat bird things. The things that go meh. Seriously, why do they sound like goats? Anything that's up, like way up, is most likely part of the dungeon. Alright, well, we'll head south then. I always find it interesting that the compass in the bottom left is not oriented correctly horizontally. Like, north and south is fine, but like, when you're facing east, when you're facing west, it faces east, and when you're facing west, when you're facing east, it faces west. It's got west and east mixed up. There's the fish over there. How many sections do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have enough bait. And like that fish man said, yeah, we may want to go find these fish and fill in our sea chart. I don't know if anything happens if you fully fill out the sea chart, other than just like, getting general information on where stuff is. And having a full map. Because I've never done it. Oi, small fry! Yeah, I've heard. I take you want a chart and information about this island? Then start by opening up your sea chart. Fire Mountain. You see that there volcano spewing out lava like there's no tomorrow? Yeah. Well, they say there's a great treasure hidden inside that thing. The thing is, everyone who's ever tried to get inside has just been blasted away by the great balls of fire that come shooting off the top. If you want to get inside, you ought to go find the island that's 1 square north and 4 squares west of here. That's where the power to freeze anything is hidden. Or so they say. Maybe it's not so true, but it wouldn't hurt to lurk, Fry. And that's all the info I got to offer. You want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait on the water for me. Sorry, but that's my policy, Fry. Can't go fighting evil on an empty stomach, you know? And with that, I'm off. He's telling us about the power bracelets. You can't do anything with them just yet. You actually need to finish the Tower of the Gods before you can mess with this. This island is quite literally endgame section. Something I need to check real quick. Hold on, let me get my thing out. This is really hard to do on this type of water. There's two types of water in Wind Waker. The flat water with the little waves, and then the wavy water. The wavy water is easier to track where this thing is. This should be making a sound when I get close to it. Oh no, it makes a sound. See, because what's it called? The little shockwave thing goes away when you get close to it, so you have to gauge it by the sound. Once you get close enough, that is. Get some treasure. This treasure is just random. It's usually just rupees. So if you need lots of rupees, this is one way to do it. This one had red rupees. We didn't have enough in our wallet, so we lost some rupees, unfortunately. I'm trying to keep an eye out because of one of these islands. There is a... what's it called? There's a submarine. And I believe this particular submarine has... seriously, I think it's the... I don't think it's the direction the camera's moving. I actually think it's that delay. Ooh, these guys. Oh, these guys are mean. I don't like them. This is the other type of water I'm talking about. This is the, like, wavy water. I don't know why they decided to have both wavy and flat water. I think it's just they didn't want to have this wavy water on important islands. It always seems to be, like, inconsequential islands have the wavy water. So, like, the islands that don't really have a lot going on. Like, this island has one purpose, and one purpose only. There's a beetle ship over here. I have some rupees. I could just blow some rupees real quick. Alright, let's go give this dude some food. We'll find out more about this island. Oi, small fry! Yeah, I heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? And start by opening up your sea chart. I'm kind of lost his voice, and I'm kind of giving him a different, like, I guess, deep south hillbilly voice. Tell me, small fry, have you ever caught a fairy before? Cause from what I've been told, when you've been beaten to a pulp by monsters and such, and you think that you finally met your match, if you got a fairy with you, you got nothing to worry about. Don't you wish we had something handy for carrying fairies around with you, Fry? You won't want to go south from here until you see a miserable-looking submarine floating on the sea. Look there. That's all the info I got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to blah, 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 blah. We don't need to read that again. Give him more bait. Want to go to Beetle. I think that's what it is. I think it's the delay. There is a very bad input delay on the official GameCube emulator by Nintendo. It is so bad. I don't understand why it's like this. Are they just doing like a hypervisor thing or something? They had the same problem with the N64 emulator when it first came out. Also, the Switch 2 had a firmware update right when I tried firing up this this app. Can I buy more? How many of these can I buy? 7 points. Can I buy more? Am I wasting my money? Alright, this bag is full. No, it's full. Can I just buy these infinitely? You don't need any more than you already... Okay. There's something else you can do with this guy, is you can sell him stuff. I didn't know this. Like the Chuchu jellies and stuff. You can sell them. But I'd rather hold on to these items. Gonna need them later. I never noticed that the A button has a slight texture to it. Alright, so he said that there is a miserable-looking submarine to the south of here. I don't know if he means south of this island or south of, like, just one square south. That's right, we also have some sea charts. We have 2 of them. There's treasure chart 11, and there's treasure charts 39, and then there's Tinkle's chart. Tinkle's chart will tell us location of 2 great fairies, where Windfall Island is, and where his island is. And it makes honky sounds when you close it. Alright, so this is how the treasure chart system works. You open them up, and then it'll kind of give you a zoomed-in 100 by 100 version of an island. This is why you want to have your sea chart filled in. So this one I already know is Dragon Roost Island, and I don't think King of Red Lions will let me go back to find it or not. You can find lots of rupees from these. You can find pieces of heart from these. I forget the exact number of treasure charts. Let me go look that up real quick. Zelda Wind Waker total number of treasure charts. It says 40. Nah. Lies. We have 2. Wait, the GameCube, the Wii U version had more treasure charts. Wind Waker features 46 treasure charts across the Great Sea in the Wii U version. The GameCube version only has 41, with the last 5 being exclusive to the Wii U version. A complete listing of all treasure charts, the chart locations, how to obtain them, and their treasure locations, and the actual treasure rewards can be found below. I have a player's guide for Wind Waker I could just pull up if I ever wanted to reference that. I didn't know that the Wii U version had more treasure charts. Mainly because I was using the GameCube guide for just playing through the Wii U version of the game, because I'm like, it's probably just the same. By the way, the burnesses are done. Let me show you of the 4 which one I like the most. There's 4 of them. This last one's pretty good, but I think the hand is messed up, so we're not going to post that one. This one's adorable, though. Windows key D. Yeah, drag it down here. Then we'll go into my image share for just a moment. I'm going to double check that one before I show it. Burnus can be a little bit, well, spicy. I found that I can actually hold down the Windows key and left shift, and then the arrow keys to move windows between screens, which is nice. Alright, do we have anything naughty? I mean, she's wearing a tube top. Tube top is very revealing, but there's nothing that is, like, naughty in the image. So yeah, I could show this. This is fine. So this is the Burnus that I had generated. This is Burnus from Zenless Zone Zero, by the way. I like using this mixture of 2 artist styles. I like to do Torino Aqua and Onono Omoko. Onono Omoko is a lead artist. I think they worked on Etrian Odyssey, but I might be wrong. They may have worked under Etrian Odyssey under a different name. But they also worked on another game called Dona Let's Do Bad Things Together. That's a game that I cannot play on Twitch. And I probably just won't stream. It's one of those games that I just enjoy myself. But I like the way that Onono Omoko style is. I mix it with Torino Aqua to give it more color detail and more like I guess, three-dimensional-ish depth to the subject. But Ono no Umiko has the faces are more round. So it's more like acute. I don't know how to describe it. It's like it just makes the characters look cuter. And it definitely makes the face more rounded looking and less angular. So if you want like a cute image, it's fine. But if I did Ono no Umiko by themselves, the background would have like a comic manga gradient effect or something, and sometimes the colors can be a little bit harsh. I don't know why. They just are a little bit. But ain't too bad. But we'll get Burnus off the screen. Now we're gonna lock in. There's another fish guy. Where does he go? I forget what the name of this island is. I think this island is part of the trading quest chain. You know what's interesting? We have an island for the Zora. Not the Zora. We have an island for the Rito. We don't have an island for the Gorons. The Gorons don't have a home island. I think they were supposed to be part of Stovetop Island, which was scrapped. One of the scrapped islands of the game. But Gorons do exist. They are in the game. You will find them. They're part of the trading quest. And they have these really big, cool hats. But my question is, how does a Goron get from island to island? Do you think their big, rocky body would sink any sort of, like, vessel that they would be on? Are they just, like, stuck on the islands they're on? I mean, Gorons sink like a rock. They can't float. So imagine not being able to swim, not being able to float, and you're in, like, an area that's an ocean. Yeah, that sucks. Oi, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island. Start by opening up your sea chart. I'll read what he says at the beginning and the info, and I'll just mash through the rest and not read the rest. This is called Bomb Island. You ought to come sail these seas on nights when the right half of the moon is missing. It'll give you shivers, Fry. And that's all the info I gotta offer. Blah, bloody blah. See ya later. Half the moon is missing. I believe he's talking about the ghost ship. The bad part is it's storming, so I can't... Oh, there's the moon. Anyone else notice a dragon on the moon? Like, I see a dragon head on the moon. Right, over there is the submarine the other guy was talking about. Let's go over there. But first, I see a bokoblin I need to steal something from. Hello, good sir. I'm going to steal from you now. Yoink. What you gonna do about it? Why don't you go for a swim? Yeah, that's right, go for a swim. Oh, his drops didn't. Well, darn it. This kind of wavy water is actually more expensive to render on the GameCube hardware too, so maybe that's why. Alright, I see a rat. There's definitely a rat around. There's a few bokoblins, of which I'm going to steal from. Well, I did not mean to do that. That was the wrong button. Destroy the rats, for they are thieves. Dude took my rupee! Get back here, you little jerk! Come here! Hi! My rupee! Little thieving rats. Then again, I'm thiefing, but, like, thiefing from a thief. That's low. Hello, good sir. I believe you have a thing I want. Thanks. I'm doing this for the Joy Pendant quest. I need to get 20 of them. I could just farm them by leaving this place and coming back in, or saving and quitting and then reloading the game. But I don't want to grind something over and over. I'll just get them as I go. Because we have, like, how many of these Joy Pendants do we have? We have 15 of them already. Stupid rat. Come here. Oh, you can get him with the claw and kill him with the claw. Oh, that's mean. Hey, buddy. Yeet! Now give me your stuff. I said give me your stuff. Yeet! Oh, I missed. How did I miss? Dude has the attention span of a goldfish. He de-aggroes and he's like, I'm gonna go back to my corner. Oh, there's a guy. I'm gonna get him. Nope. And I'm back to my corner. Yeet. I didn't want to yeet them. Alright. Rat's kind of a jerk. Come here, you. Where's the rat? Give me the rat. Get countered, you. And give me the sword. Yeet. I keep missing. How do I keep missing with the yeet, dude? Give me the sword. There we go. Hey, you. Yeet. Got him. Man, the pickup hitbox is small. Yeet. Now for that rat. I'm gonna get that rat. There's a way to get up there. I think you need to use the oh, this rat, dude. Ninja rat. Ninja rat. Jumps from the ceiling, takes your crap. Oh, these... ugh. I got a wonderful question, chat. Is it possible to get back there? Because there's multiple submarines in the game. Some will have a ladder to get up to that back room. Some don't. They just kind of reuse the same room. How would I get up there? If I had the Deku Leaf, could I bridge this gap? I don't think I could. I'm really unsure. You got an empty bottle! Yippee! And we can have more healing potions. I could zombie hover up there, but then I'd freaking die because I can't use the Tingle Tuner. Because this game is stupid and the Tingle Tuner doesn't work. That's a bit stinky. Alright, so you remember what I said about these little things, that they're easier to track where they are on this kind of water? The water here, the wavy water, has a pattern. So what you want to do is you want to kind of like memorize before you get too close to it. You want to memorize what pattern the little shiny spot's in. So it's in the middle of this little bit of foam. So we know exactly where it's at. It's right here. Yawn. Yay, rupees! Here's something else you may not know. There actually are constellations in Wind Waker. Like, that's the Big Dipper right there. Like, the Little Dipper. It's not the Big Dipper, there's the Little Dipper. And the stars themselves, actually, they're, like, made. They're actually individual stars. And the game just, like... I think every star in the sky is actually an individual object. I wonder if that means you can see the Southern Cross or not. Alright, if you can't see the North Star, but you can see the Southern Cross, then that means that Hyrule's in the southern hemisphere of whatever planet it's on. It's interesting that there are, constellations from the real world in Hyrule. I find it to be very interesting. Alright, up ahead's where we need to go. The Forest Haven. Gotta find Miss Fishman. Where's the fish guy at? I think I'll get grabbed before I find the fish guy. As you get close enough, you'll just get caught in a cutscene. Yeah.
Hey.
Yes. Do you not see what rises up from the horizon? That is where you must go, Link. The Forest Haven. It may appear as though this is but a great tree rising far above the ocean's surface, but it is a sacred place. It is inside this grotto that you will find the spirit of the earth, the Great Deku Tree. You must speak with the Deku Tree and receive from him the sacred gem known as Farore's Pearl. I fear that Ganon's foul hand may have already reached this most sacred of sanctuaries. Go forth with caution, Link. Good morning! Letters for Link. We have one letter. Here is your letter. To my son's superior. Thank you so much for looking after my boy. This isn't much, but I hope you'll accept it all the same. I politely request your continued kindness towards my son. Kashiko. Baito's mother. And Pizza Heart. Yeah, I remember we did that on last time we did this. See more? We got another heart container. Like it's Beetle. Can I get back on the Red Lion, or is this one of these situations where it's like, no, I'm stuck here? Okay, now we can go. It probably won't let me venture back to where I was. They're not really subtle with, like, this area being where Kokiri Forest was. If you look at where it is on the sea chart, and you know where the Tower of the Gods is, the Tower of the Gods is basically where Hyrule Castle is. And if you overlay that with, Ocarina of Time, it almost lines up. It's not exact, but it kind of lines up in the general area. It's neat that they did that. This game actually is a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time. It's like way far into the future. Because the opening of the game straight up retells the story of the Hero of Time. Alright, guys, it says, just a wee bit north of this island, I've sometimes seen a merchant of incredible girth with a monstrous pack on his back. Now, what could he be doing on that lonely little isle? I'll tell you, there are some strange folk in the world, Fry. That's all the info I've got to offer. You know the rest. Give me food and I'll tell you it again. What does Beetle have in his shop? Let's see. It actually is possible to go between islands just by cruising, but it is painfully slow. Very painfully slow. He's just selling the bait and the pears. Although our money's maxed out, so might as well just buy more. I don't want the highway pear, I want the all-purpose bait. Alright, we're maxed out. I mean, because otherwise if I get any rupees, I'm just going to be wasting the rupees. Where's King? Oh, that's right. When you go back out of Beetle's ship on an island like that, he'll just respawn where he normally goes. I guess we'll put this to that slot. I don't really have a lot of stuff. It's really cool, though, how the items are laid out. You have ship-related items up here. You have all this section is just bottles. I think this layer is just nothing but trade quest stuff and utilities. And of course you have your bags. And then you have this section over here, which is extra special stuff. The game saves rather fast, faster than it normally does. Alright, did these guys... These guys can actually eat you. One of their moves is they vor you, and it's kind of gross. You get a Boko Baba seed. You can keep it in your spoils bag. This is the source of the evil plant's magic. Perhaps if you can find someone to cook it up, its magic can be unleashed. Evil plant's magic. You gotta spank it around until it stands straight up and you hack the stem off. Alright, what do we stop this on? Red. Go on, yep, there we are. Oh, that rupee fell in the water. Poop. Yeah, there's another one right here. And yes, every time you kill one of these guys, they drop a Deku stick. So keep that in mind. That's going to be useful for puzzles going forward. You want to try me, punk? Come on. Dummy. Shields in real life do not work like that. They don't reflect the projectiles magically. They deflect, not reflect. There's something down here, right? Oh, there's another one of these guys. The sound they make is so creepy. Kind of sounds like an angry boar. I love how, instead of having typical forest-sounding music for this area, they decided to lean into more, Far East-sounding music by using the sitar. So you have, like, this sort of, like, Far Eastern, tripping on the hard drugs kind of sound. I don't know how to describe it. It just, like, it's like India music. India jungle music. Basically. And I have a dirty mind. This cave, it kind of looks like something. You could say it looks like an ear hole, but it also looks like, and the tree is, I think whoever designed this might have been a little bit, deprived of the intercourse. And it doesn't help that water flows out of it. Like, what else looks like this and water flows out of? Okay, look, I think I just put it on the nose. I'm gonna stop. But it does kind of look like that. Just like the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom look like, seeing goats. Just take what I said, seeing goats, and put the words in the other order. It looks like that. I'm being careful. I'm being vague about stuff because, like, I don't know how Twitch is right now, especially with, like, what's been going on in Britain. If I set my stream to, like, mature audiences only, or do people have to face verify to be able to, like, watch my stream? Asking for a friend. I think after we finish the dungeon here, we should be able to do the side quest at Windfall Island to get the color picto box. It's Chuchu. Why are the slimes called Chuchu? I never understood that. And who decided to make their sound just be like guys mumbling? Yeah, I could just target them, but it's better just to spin attack them. And cause the game to lag out in the process. Alright, this guy says something in Hylian, so I need to translate what he says. He says, tongue translation from Neo Seeker. Great Deku Tree, there he is. Right, so he says, that you'll be aware. Could you be the legendary hero? Has the king at long last found the hero of time? What is the matter? Do you not understand the ancient Hylian tongue? So, you are not the hero of time. That's what he says. I must apologize. I was in Elwar. I saw your clothing, and suddenly I felt a longing for an age gone by. That longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips. I am the guardian spirit of this forest haven, the Deku Tree. I owe you my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the King of Red Lions, about who speaks, who led you to this place? So, it is true. And you have come here because you have need of the Pearl of the Goddess. I see. I knew there was a reason the monsters had begun to congregate in the regions around my wood. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children of the woods, this traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves. Oh yeah, you know, these guys, the guys that we abuse in Tears of the Kingdom, strapping the rockets, send them to the moon. This is the game they come from. What do you call yourself? Link? Well then, Link, these are the core... it's still the Deku Tree speaking. Well then, Link. These are the Koroks, the spirits of the forest. Once upon a time, long ago, the Koroks took on human forms. But when they came to live on the sea, they took on these shapes. Now they fear people. But to me, they will ever be my cherished little children. You know, because of this, he's directly talking about the Kokiri. The Kokiri are the human forms, and then eventually they turn into these tree spirits. This would mean that The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild take place all the way at the end of the timeline, on the part of the timeline that is after Ocarina of Time, with Link being sent back to the past. Because in the future, Ganon is defeated, and he doesn't come back. Hold on, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. The future timeline is the one where Link's a hero and gets sent back to the past, where the hero does not appear. Ganon gets sealed in the Sacred Realm. In the child timeline that Link was sent back to, there was never a hero of time. The princess warns the king about what is about to transpire, and Impa backs her up or something, and they're able to stop Ganon without Link intervening. In the past timeline, Link goes to Termina. He gets lost in the Lost Woods. The theory is he gets lost in the Lost Woods and basically dies, and then Termina is basically purgatory, where the hero of time has to go through the 4 stages of grief. Regardless, that Link ends and eventually becomes the hero Shade in Twilight Princess. Koroks are not visible in Twilight Princess. You don't see them in Twilight Princess. In the future timeline, when Link is sent back into the past, that's the opening of this game, because the opening of this game specifically mentions a hero of time. In the past Link timeline, there wouldn't be a hero of time, because it never happened, so there wouldn't be a legend to tell. So Wind Waker takes place in the future timeline, where Zelda sends Link back into the past to relive his childhood. the timeline that doesn't have a Link. And that's why when Ganon returned, the hero didn't appear, because there was no longer a hero. The paradox is gone and over with. That timeline was doomed and severed. Time travel shenanigans, right? But wouldn't Link still... No. Link wouldn't exist in the future, because when he was sent back into the past, he never answers the call, because there's no call to answer, and he gets lost in the Lost Woods where he dies. So he wouldn't be there to stop Ganon when Ganon is unsealed. So he wouldn't be there 14 years later, or not 14, 7 years later, when the future timeline happens. So I would place this game in the future timeline, after Link defeats Ganon and is sent back into the past. But not in the past timeline, where Link gets lost in Lost Woods and meets his demise after Termina. That would also mean that Echoes of Wisdom and Tears... That would also mean that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild take place in the future timeline. But Twilight Princess takes place in the past time. You know, it's really interesting if you think about that. The GameCube had 2 games that took place on 2 different sides of the timeline. Wind Waker took place in the future timeline. Twilight Princess, where Hyrule isn't flooded, takes place in the past timeline. Both of them are sequels. Both of them take place after Ocarina of Time, canonically. Interesting. As it happens, you've come just in time for a ceremony that the Koroks hold. But once every year, it is about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to you once their ceremony is complete. I must apologize for the brief delay. But if the ceremony is not completed soon, an ill fate could befall us. So, let's begin. Are you ready, my children? We are not, oh Great Deku Tree! Something terrible has happened! It is Makar! Makar! What is the matter, Linder? You and Makar are always late. No, it's not that, oh Great Deku Tree! Makar fell into the Forbidden Woods! What? The Forbidden Woods? I told him to be careful, but still Makar flew above the Forbidden Woods, and as he drew close to it... Foolish little Makar. Link, you have heard all of this. The Forbidden Woods are right beside the hallowed island of our forest haven. Those woods. The whole region is a vile place that is home to evil beasts. And now it seems they have taken a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you. It is why he brought you here. I am sorry to ask this of you, but can you go rescue young Makar for me? By Great Deku Tree, people cannot fly through the air. Ah, yes. Thank you, child. You are right. It is not possible to enter those woods from the sea, is it? Link, I would guess from your size that you are heavier than my Korok children. Yet I think we may still be able to solve this little dilemma. You must use the item I shall bestow upon you. It flies to the sky. When you constipated, you'd be like... Forgive me, Link. But could you climb up to my crown and get the leaf from up there? Yeah, I guess we'll have to do that. Do we have rewind? I never checked. I don't think we do. We don't. There's no rewind. Alright. Alright, so we gotta do it like this. This is always fun, and by fun, I mean frustrating. Let me see if I can get this first try. I might get a little quiet. I think I'm going to have to lock in to focus on, like, the angle, because this part's actually a bit a little bit tricky, a little difficult. When I first did this as a 12-year-old, this had me stuck for a little bit. I think now it's all tied down to muscle memory. First try. You got the Deku leaf. Set it and use it with buttons. Plant your feet on the ground and use it to blow blasts of air at objects and enemies. You can also jump in the air and use your magic power to drift on the current of the wind. Swordsman, over here! Please, you must fly from over there to here using your Deku leaf. Alright, let me remap some things. Very good, Mr. Swordsman. You've already mastered using the Deku leaf. But since you're so much heavier than we are, you can't fly very far, can you? How unfortunate. Well, anyway, this is the exit that leads to the Forbidden Woods where our brother Makar is being held. Please take care of Makar. There was no magic meter in Breath of the Wild, but there was stamina, so I guess... You know, it's actually kind of funny. This game has a lot of parallels to... Okay, so not only is this game a predecessor to Breath of the Wild, because it takes place in the same timeline, but the Deku Leaf is basically a paraglider. Now that I think about it, it's literally the predecessor to the paraglider. It handles it exactly the same. Alright, we need to get the wind facing the right way. It's still blowing southbound. It's a northerly wind. We need it to blow more toward the west, so it needs to be an easterly wind. You can actually see how much influence the wind has over the direction that this is going. I'm gonna have to drop. Have to try again. Fortunately, you're not really screwed if you do that. You just void out. We need the wind to be blowing southwest and not west, so it needs to be a northeasterly wind. Another little detail you may not have noticed is the actual clouds in the sky. They're not exactly volumetric, but they do spawn in, and they actually are moved by the direction the wind blows, which is really cool. It's a little neat thing. I don't know if the clouds are volumetric or what, but they do seem to spawn in and out. They seem to have... Maybe they're like really, really large particles. But you can see how the clouds kind of form together. Maybe the clouds are just really, really large, blown-up particles. You know, playing this game on a plasma screen does not do this game justice at all. And I mean at all. Like, a lot of the clouds look crusty on fucking flat screen. The CRT would actually smooth the clouds out a little bit and make them not look as crusty. Again, it's like I said, I think on a past stream, that a lot of these old games graphics, these old games that were out when CRTs were a standard thing and flat screens weren't common, a lot of the assets were made with CRTs in mind. In fact, I think even when I went to the GameCube Club, during the early 2000s, you had like these fake flat screen TVs. They were flat screens, but they were CRTs. They still were heavy as fuck to pick up. The front of the, I think this is called a flat panel or something. I don't know what kind of CRT it is. It's like some CRTs, the front of the CRT, like the actual screen itself, would be curved. But then you'd have some CRTs that are actually flat, but the back of it's still like, instead of the point where the beam hits the screen, it's not curved, it's actually flat. So you'd still have that. So it was like an in-between between like a flat CRT and between a flat screen and a CRT. So you had like you did have the aspect ratio. There were CRTs that had 14:9 aspect ratio, like modern flat screen TVs, but they were CRTs. And these were those flat screen TVs I was talking about. I don't know what are they called? They've got to have a specific name. What were the flat screen CRTs called? Is there specific picture tubes? Flat screen CRTs are commonly referred to as picture tubes. I'm pulling up a Wikipedia article. Alright, so, little expert. Because some CRTs would be flat. They would actually be flat and not curved at the end. Most of your CRTs were curved, but some would be flat. There's so much radiation coming off these things. Size of CRTs may be measured by the screen's entire area. Viewable area may be rectangular, edges may have a curvature, or the edges may be black and truly flat. Oh, they're called flatrons. That's what they were. Okay. We don't have problems, do we? Okay, no we don't. Alright, so it says, the viewable area of a CRT may be rectangular. The edges of the CRT may have a curvature, like black striped CRTs first made by Toshiba, or the edges may be black and truly flat, like Flatron CRTs. It also says that the viewable area may follow the curvature of the edges of the CRT without black edges. So is it actually called Flatron? Yeah. So toward the end of the 2000s, you would have CRT TVs. There were still CRTs. They still had, and if you can get your hands on a Flatron TV, they're fucking amazing. Because you can actually find Flatrons that are 16:9 in aspect ratio, like a modern TV, but it's a CRT. I remember seeing these things in the early 2000s. I'm talking like 2000 to 2006. After 2006, we started seeing HD TVs, and more of the LCD stuff. But I distinctly remember using these Flatrons in the past. I never owned one, but I've seen them. I've seen them used. I remember, I think it was the middle school I was at. They had a bunch of Nintendo 64s hooked up, and they had these Flatrons, and they were nice. They were still like 4x3. They weren't the 16:9 ones. But at the GameCube Club, which is what I'm trying to get to, the Cube Club where I first played Wind Waker, the TVs were 16:9, so they had that aspect ratio. Most of the games were freaking 6:9. They're the old aspect square, right? The square aspect ratio. So the images were kind of blown up, looked a little gross. Or you had the black bars on the side. But they had Flatrons hooked up at the Cube Club. And they weren't LCDs, because back then LCDs were expensive. They were mostly plasma screens. These were Flatrons, but they were so nice. I wish I could have grabbed one. I don't know if anyone even knows what I'm talking about. The Nintendo GameCube Club. It was the Cube Club or GameCube Club was like a little promotional. You know, Nintendo has that Nintendo truck. They drive it around. They do that. It was kind of like that before the Nintendo truck. They would rent out like a random retail space. They would set up GameCubes with demos of different games. When I went there, they had the 1080 snowboarding game for GameCube. They had a couple demos of Wind Waker. They had Mario Party 4. I forget what the other two games were because I didn't play those. And they had some Game Boy Advances, and this is before the GBA SP. So they had Game Boy Advances set up with a little light over them, where they had I don't know what other games they had on it. I think one of them was Yoshi's Island, which I already had, and The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past 4 Swords. But they only had Link to the Past hooked up, which was kind of sad. We're already an hour in, so I don't know how long it'll take me to get through this dungeon. This is Forest Haven. This is the second dungeon in the game. I believe the item we get here is actually the boomerang, which is a very, very nice item in this game. It's got a really nice upgrade. I think I should be able to get through this dungeon really quickly if I'm just really smart about it. Parries do double damage, spin attacks do double damage. I can't remember if jump attacks do double damage. Yeah, okay, so spin attacks, parries, and jump attacks do double damage. That's why you see me doing spin attacks a lot. It used to be that just the jump attack did double damage, but now in Wind Waker, they made it so that spin attacks do double damage. So if you're surrounded by a bunch of enemies, just spin the stick and push the sword button, and you can usually dispatch stuff quickly. We have to get rid of these dudes, because, welcome to the gimmick of this, dungeon. Nut. There's a thing that's got a creepy eye on it, you gotta throw nut at it. Why does everything have to make, like, nasty, lewd sounds, dude? Did I just get hurt by nut? Did nut hurt me? Alright, I don't know what's going on. The eyeball is supposed to have a, I'm supposed to be able to lock onto eyeball. But for some reason, eyeball is not giving me a target. That is the first time I've ever gotten hit out of a parry. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought you were invulnerable during a parry. I guess not. I played Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire so much, I recognize the freaking Ruby and Sapphire trumpet, and it's gonna bother me for the whole game. That the trumpet that's used in the combat music is literally the Hoenn trumpet. You're supposed to use nut to hit the eye. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't know why it took me that many tries. Tries? I don't know why it took me that many tries. I'm just bad at the game, I guess. I can't remember if I'm supposed to drop here. I think I'm supposed to drop here. I think there's a key down here we gotta get. Oh, don't eat me! Oh, we need to get nut. I might be able to use stick, actually, to get rid of him. Let's try stick. I think you can throw stick at this guy. Stick's not gonna hurt these guys. You know, the bad thing about being made out of grass is fire. is also... Can I start a brush fire? Oh, I can't start a brush fire. So they didn't figure that out yet. They figured out gliding, but not lighting things on fire with Fire Stick. That's the most cathartic thing you can do in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, is just start fires. A lot of times I'll just deliberately do it just to watch the fires burn. Because I guess I'm messed up like that. There's a fairy. Hold on. The fairies look so sad when you stick them in the bot. Look how sad they are. They're so sad. They're like, oh no, 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 let me out. Let me out. No, please. No. They're so sad. Why do they look so sad? Can she even breathe? Please tell me there's little holes so she can breathe. It's so sad. Why do the fairies in the bottle look so sad? It's gonna make me cry. They didn't have to make the like, they literally modeled the fairies in the bottle to be like pressed against the glass with a sad face, like, no, no, let me out, no, please. Like, why would a fairy, if the fairy doesn't want to be caught in the bottle, why is it when you die, the fairy revives you? You think the fairy would just be like, yeah, serves you right, bitch, and then just doesn't heal you at all? Like, you think I'm gonna revive you after that shit? Nah, I'm just gonna watch your corpse decay, ha ha ha, and then it gets ate by a frog. What was the fairy eating, the frog eating a fairy from? That was from one of the Fable games, right? The new one? That's probably never coming out. Why does everything in this dungeon have to make loot squish sounds? Ugh. I don't like it. And like the I can actually tell you what the sound is sourced from. It is quite literally just like wet rice. Or like wet noodles. That's the sound. That's literally how you make the sound. Just get like some noodles that's really, really wet. And just like squish the noodles while they're wet. That is, or just take like a wooden spoon and just like swish wet noodles in a bowl around. That's the source of the sound. You're welcome, chat. You now know how to make lewd squish sounds. A speedrunner I am not, so don't expect me to get through this dungeon quickly. I'm gonna try, but I'm literally just going off of memory here. Oh right, I wanna yoink you guys first for the feather, because Medley's gonna want those feathers. Medley, Link's girlfriend. Well, not really Link's girlfriend. Okay, look. You know what? I'm not gonna complete the thought because the reference actually is kind of like sus. Let's just say that there is a fan manga that takes place in Wind Waker, and basically the ending of the manga is Link gets with Medley, but like because Link is not a Rito or something, Medley's like, no, my tribe would never want this, and like Link goes to like the Great Fairy and like has to go and do things in order to like get the ingredients to have the Great Fairy transform Link into a Rito or something, and that is now it's like, yay, now we can be wed. Some crap. It's so stupid. If anybody knows the comic I'm referencing, just shut up. Just don't even mention the name of it in my chat. I swear to God, I'll time you out. Just don't do it. Because let's just say it's not exactly a clean comic. It's a little lewd. I don't even have it anymore. I think I've deleted it. because I'm like, oh wait, this is probably no good. I gotta get rid of it. Come on, I should be able to get it. Come on, let me in. Nuts. Chat, what do you think these taste like? Do these taste nutty? Like, can I roast them? Will they taste good, or are they like? Is it just like wood? Is it just like eating wood? Because there's people that will eat pine cones, like from a tree, straight up from a pine cone tree. They'll just pine cone tree. They'll roast it, and you can eat pine cones. I didn't think you could eat pine cones, but apparently you can? Question mark. So either these would be like the most nutty nuts ever, or they'd be like just wood. It'd be like eating wood. It would taste horrible. I want to know. My brain must know these things. My weird autismo brain must know. Does nut taste like nut, or does nut taste like wood? What do you think it would taste like? Well, diddly damn it, I didn't mean to do that. I keep standing still and pushing A to put stuff down, and that's not how it works in this game. They decided to map drop and throw to different buttons in this game. And only this game. Literally only this game. They did not do this in any other Zelda game. I guess they figured it was stupid. And they're like, we'll just go back to the old system. It didn't mess with me the first time I played this game, though. It's a weird part. Why does it mess with me now? Why does the camera mess with me now? That's why I had my shield up. Time to go do some golfing, boys. I have seen enough hentai to know where the tentacles coming out of the ground is going. Oh, giggity. It'd probably be like really thorny. It'd be very painful. Why am I thinking about this? I want to stop thinking about this, chat. My brain is my own worst enemy. Can I ban my brain? Can I be like, no, brain is banned for thinking of lewd things on stream. Wholesome stream. We talk about PG things, totally clean, never insinuating tentacle gex. None of that. This is the center room. There's a few other areas we can go to. We'll just grab the rupees, because we'll never be able to get them again. This little center tree thing here, it'll be very useful toward the end. We need nut. These things are like friendly tentacles, I guess. These are never explained. They're just like weird little wood platforms, mushroom platforms. I don't even know. They make squish sounds, so I'm assuming they're tentacles. Very, very strange. Oh, this is pod. This takes us to beginning of dungeon. Where is the nut? We need nut. There's nut somewhere? No, maybe... Where is the boomerang at? Okay, well, there is a door down here. But it's got two of those flower things. It has been a while since I played this game. Okay, chat, give me a break. When did Wind Waker HD come out? What year was that, chat? Anyone remember? 2000 and... I think it was exactly 10 years after... It was over 10 years after Wind Waker came, because Wind Waker came out in 2003. I think Wind Waker HD came out in 2015, right? No fucking way. That means that this game is... Is it really that old? Wind Waker HD, not Wind Waker. I refuse to click on. Wind Waker HD was released. Oh, it was 2013. Yeah. No fucking way. Okay, so Wind Waker came out in 2003. Wind Waker HD came out a decade later. And then a decade and 2 years later, Wind Waker is on Switch Online. Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, get it? Nuts, because we're in a dungeon and there's nuts, right? Ha, ha, laugh, chat, it's funny. Don't make me feel bad about it. Wait, where am I supposed to go? We have the... Huh? Oh, no, no. How do we get... Wait, how do we get here? How... I don't... Oh, wait, there's a... I'm having problems. Where am I supposed to go? There's Nut. I walked right past Nut. The Nut is over there. We can't use Nut to take out the 2 flowers on the bottom because we would need 2 Nut and we only have 1 Nut. So I think we had to use Nut. We'd have to get Nut. We have to go over here to this door. Throw Nut at Flower. That gets us into this room. This room has the bokoblins. Oh, not bokoblins, but these stupid things. The little prickly eye things that make wood chime sounds. Oh, this is the tentacle maze room. This room's fun. The trick to this room is just walk. Literally just walk. A lot of times I like to pull the camera all the way back for this one. Explode that door, that gets us into here. This has a thing. I think it's a key, right? It's either a key or a compass. Alright, this gives us the compass. Whoopee. We need flour. There's flour we gotta get into. It is kind of obvious where the tentacles are. I think it's right here, isn't it? Oh, it's just rupees. And I ran right into that one. Oh boy. I think there's a tingle treasure right there. But again, I have no way to get it. Now don't tell me I was supposed to grab the bomb. Okay, well, there's a pendant there. Part. Oh gosh dang it! Dude. Owie. Imagine how expensive to render these blades of grass are. Because they, like, react to where Link is. I think I have to pick this up and throw it. I love how the camera just locks on to where the bomb is, for some reason. Or we gotta blow that up with the bomb and not run into the tentacles. Do not run into tentacles. Running into tentacles is bad. Ow! That's not where we go. Why do they have to make the switch sound? Chat! Why do they have to make lewd hentai tentacle sounds? I don't like it. I don't like it. This should give us the key, I think. Yep. I don't know why picking up the small key makes the piece of heart sound. Then we can jump up here and leaf to get around. Back in this area. We'll just avoid these guys. There was a treasure chest back there. Hold on. I don't think these guys will hurt Link. I think they just stick to him and make him heavy. I wonder if you could like spawn these guys out in the open world. If you had a bunch on you, if you went into water, what would happen? If you would just sink, or if they would just like instantly die, and you would just be fine. Or maybe you'd sink and void out. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, we got the key. There's a locked door. Yeah, it's over here. I think these first few dungeons are a little bit on the short side. We should be working our way toward, should be working our way toward the boomerang, wherever the boomerang is. I love how you get an item and then you go into the dungeon with this item and you use the item you got to kind of solve the puzzles. All these things. All these guys are annoying. They shit those things on you. They're great. Ouch. You can spin attack to stun those instantly. There's a hat in here. Get these things off me! What if I told you there's a giant version of the P-hat in this game? They're called C-hats. So it's like the P-hat are the petite versions, and then the C-hats are like the giant ones. With the big freaking murder face on them. Why does everything gotta make like cute little sounds when you kill them? These things go when you murder them. Like, it makes you feel bad, dude. Why? Alright, we can't go that way because we got the flowers again, and oh wait, we can. I think we can get up to the top part of this room. Where the treasure is. You have to do this. You have to grapple, then you have to hold down R to stop swinging, and then climb. Then don't move, and do the same thing over here. I love how you can use the feather to correct midair. It is a little bit annoying the feather uses magic. I don't know if that's the key or if it's just like rupees or something up here. It's not a Tingle statue because those are behind invisible chests. And yes, I keep changing my icon. I have like a bunch of icons in the Switch Online app. I got like 2 Rosalina ones. This is just like Mario Party Jamboree of Rosalina, so it's just like generic Rosalina. And then there's I've got a Mario Kart world. Rosalina. I have, like, Pauline and Donkey Kong. And I think I got a Wario one where he's holding a bunch of bombs. Because why not? Why not have Wario holding bombs? It's funny to me for some reason. I don't know. I find this Wario having a big fucking grin on his face holding 2 lit bomb arms hilarious. I got confused between the GameCube and Wii versions of the Mario Soccer game. I honestly thought that the GameCube one was the one where Wario frickin' kills himself with a bomb. Like, if he ever gets a goal scored against him, he goes, "Oh, I give up," as one of his loss animations, and he just holds up a bomb and blows himself up. Kind of messed up. Oh, okay, it's a joy pendant. That's what's up here. As if we don't already have a lot of those. Well, 2 more and we'll have enough for the thing. Be out of magic. Alright, this is where we get the boomerang. I know, because the mini boss room has the what's it called? Now, if you had the boomerang, you could dispatch this guy pretty quickly, but you don't. So here's how you take care of him. Remember that spin attacks and jump attacks do more damage. Say goodbye to your wing, idiot. And it's done. I kind of like the mini boss music. I love the little whistle in it. The whistle is so cool. Alright, now we get the treasure of this dungeon. I got the thing! You got the boomerang! Set it to and throw it with buttons. Target specific objects by holding the button you set to it and aiming at something until the red targeting cursor changes to a thing. You can target up to 5 objects at once. Yep, the boomerang is so powerful in this game. I love it. You can target things. You can even cut grass with it. Always throw it at an angle. But you can just grab stuff. There we go. Now we're good. You can target tentacles too. Remember these pea hats? Remember how they were a pain in the ass? Yeah, not anymore. You can just like cut their little feathers off. And then they flop around helplessly until you murder them. It's great. I don't know why the targeting reticle didn't pop for those. But that's what you can do with these. Gotta remember the pea hats. I want to target them and steal their stuff first before I murder them. And you can't tell me I'm defeating the enemy and not killing them because, like, I poke them with my stick and then they cease existing. That is the definition of kill. It's just Nintendo doesn't like the words kill and murder. They don't like those words at all. The first time I found out the Nintendo presentators can't say words like kill or die was when I was watching, what was the game? It's a Cadence of Hyrule? The Necrodancer Legend of Zelda crossover? One of the presentators started to say the word die, and she corrected herself mid-word. So she went, fall. I'm like, huh? What do you mean fall? What? And I didn't see that presentator afterwards, so I think she got reprimanded for it. I think she lost her fucking job. Rip. How do we get to that one? Feather. Yeah, just do this. Flooping your leaf like that keeps you airborne a little longer. Oh, look, it's another joy pendant. Hooray. Give the lady enough of them and you'll get access to a private island. Alright, where haven't we been? Very first floor. That's where the dungeon boss is. Okay, yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done with this. The recording says it's an hour and 33 minutes, so I have plenty of time. Camera. Where is that first treasure chest? It's all the way at the beginning, right? Third floor. I didn't know there was a chest all the way at the entrance. I'll go grab it real quick. We'll do that by doing this trick. Just hit save and quit. And then load the game back up. And that'll send us right back to the entrance of the dungeon. It's kind of like a poor man's Farore's Wind, I guess. Now, most enemies, you hit them with a boomerang, you just stun them. So you can stun them, steal from them, and then stun them again, and just end them. Eventually, you'll come across yellow Chu that are electrified, and the only way to get rid of them is to actually stun them. You have to stun them first. There is no yellow Chu jelly, I don't think. Just blue ones. Where's the... That isn't... Not... I just realized this room kind of looks like a pair of panties. Fuck. It's not the panty room, it's the room north of the panty room. It's in here. Oh yeah, no, okay. I remember. I think we needed the boomerang for it. Fudge. Fortunately, these guys can be murdered easily with the boomerang, so... Flower, boomerang it. Well, I mean, steal from them first, and then boomerang them. That's the effective way. I am kind of bummed out that the first two dungeons were so fun. The third dungeon got scrapped. There was supposed to be a third dungeon where you got the bombs instead of like chasing Tetra to get the bombs. And it was supposed to be on Great Fish Isle, and that just didn't happen. I think we need this to get to it. Probably be another joy pendant. Yeah, okay, I see how we get to it. I just didn't turn around and did not see it. And that's an evil flower. No, don't eat me. Oh, lovely. Give me your green goop. Now cease existing. I think that gives us 20 pendants. Right, it says that... Yeah, it's over there. We did need the boomerang to get to it. Because there's a an eye over it that you can only get with the boomerang. Because there's no way we can get Nut up here. So what you have to do is you have to get the boomerang and just do that. You might remember there was a door with 2 eyes on it that we couldn't get through. That's how we get through it. And it had a treasure chart. This is why you want to get all the treasure chests in a dungeon. Some of them might be treasure charts. And some of these treasure charts actually hide pieces of heart behind them. Now, they don't have Triforce pieces. That's actually a different type of sea chart that needs to be translated, which... Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go to Outset Island and get the wallet. Is there only one? Yeah, there's 2 wallet upgrades. Where the hell do you get the other one at? I think after stream I want to get some ice cream. I have this big thing of Blue Moon ice cream that's gonna go bad if I don't eat it. I want to get like 3 big scoops of it and just eat it. It's kind of hard to describe what Blue Moon ice cream tastes like. Yeah, of course, the VTuber, who's the Guardian of Dreams, who first, when they were doing a pre-debut, said something about like once a Blue Moon or something. Of course, Azu the Blue loves... If I ever rebrand to like a male VTuber, I'm literally gonna change my name to Azu the Blue. It just sounds like a cool name. Azu the Blue. And now everyone's gonna steal it. That could just be a nickname, Azu the Blue. That's my Power Ranger name. That's I would say that's my magical girl name, but I don't really kind of. These eyes are so creepy. I'd have to make the eyes creepy. Oh great, tentacles. All these guys. Hey guys. Did you give me your stuff, please? What is it with this game and having like giant bugs with mandibles? Maybe one of the developers of the game, like whoever was in charge of making monsters, just really liked beetles. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I'm onto something. Maybe one of the monster developers that made the monsters really was like a big fan of beetles. That's why one of the NPCs is called Beetle, and why there's so many enemies in the game that have mandibles like beetles do. Okay, maybe it's my capture card that's acting funny. Because I just heard the audio of the game go mrrr, like in Mario 64 was going last time. Okay, this leads me to the boss room. Was there a pot there that I could activate? If there was, I need to go activate it. Yeah. The way we activate it is you need to get these sticks. Grab the stick. Get this. Light it on fire. Right, now we have the yellow pot. It's green, blue, and yellow pots. Now to think about it, all 3 of those pots line up with the goddesses. I remember Link's voice in this game being a little bit grating when I first played it. Now it's kind of grown on me. It's another hat. You know what that means. Steal its feather, then end its miserable existence. Do these little eyeball guys even have a name? Or are they just little spiky eyeball guys? Oh god. I remember the arms! Alright, before we drop this thing, let's get the chest on the other side, or else you won't be able to get to it. Yay, rupees. I was trying to be cool. Chat, I can't seem to be able to get out of the water. This is the problem. Is there a ladder over here? Okay, there's a ladder over here. Imagine being, like, on an island, a fishing island, and not knowing how to swim. This Link is, like, has terrible stamina. Oh, there's a bomb. I have to use the bomb. I have to move the flower closer. Right, should be closer. Bomb. Yeah. Oopa. You can't use the boomerang for that, because the boomerang, if it hits the bomb, will just blow it up instantly. Alright, this is dumb. Let's try that again. So I think we need to go into this room. This is a room we need to go into. This is the room with the big key. Or is it the boss key in this game? They keep changing the name of the item between big key and boss key. I wish they'd make up their frickin' mind. It's the big key. No, it's the boss key. No, it's the big... No, it's the boss key. It's the big key. Fuck you, it's the boss key. No, it's the big key. And then just start fighting. Maybe it's a translation thing. Maybe it's always the boss key, but, like, they keep mistranslating it as big key. Maybe that's what's going on. That doesn't... God, I hate how that sound is high-pitched. No, you get decapitated. Ah! It fell in the water. There's a Tingle treasure right here, I think. I think there is a bomb flower in this room, but I don't think I'd be able to get over here in the time that Fuse has left to set it off at this exact spot. I love how those enemies are just scripted to just drop the Deku Stick every time you defeat them. Where are we supposed to go here? Up here. See, then what you gotta do is you gotta get it back over here. Close enough to the bomb flower to pick it up. Pick it up. And toss it in the hole. That defeats the tentacle thing over the thing? Bullshit, I was on top of the thing. And then after the cutscene, it moved me. I just got cutscene cucked in Wind Waker. Dude, come on. I hope saying that does not get me in trouble in the future, just saying the word cutscene cucked, because I hope people know what I mean by cutscene cuckery, right? It's like where the game puts you in a cutscene and then, like, either your character's not invulnerable and you get hit or, like, and die, or, like, you want to collect a thing, and then the cutscene grabs you and moves you somewhere else. Cutscene cuckery is basically anytime shenanigans happen when, like, control is taken away from the player. The more often cutscene cuckery happens in the game, the more likely I am to drop the game and say, you know what, are you gonna let me play the game, or are you gonna take control away from me every few minutes to, like, present story in a cutscene. If I wanted to watch a story, I'd watch a movie. I'm playing a game. I want to play the story, not watch the story. Because I play RPGs and stuff, though, I have some tolerance to some level of cutscene cuckery, but not too much of it. If there's too much of it, then no, we're just done. That room had a C chart, by the way, not a big key. So, I ate that rock anyway. You know, it's funny, this exact gimmick is actually used in a later Zelda game. But I think that Zelda game was actually co-developed by Capcom, so it technically doesn't count as a reused asset. I am, of course, talking about The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, which, oddly enough, now that I think about it, Minish Cap used... They modeled the sprite of Link after the Link from this game, but what else is interesting is the Link in Minish Cap is actually modeled after... It's modeled after Wind Waker Link. But it's actually modeled after Four Swords Link. Like, Link's design in this game is... Four Swords Link is very similar to it. Makes me curious which came first, the design of Link in this game, or, like, Four Swords Link. Because Four Swords in this game were probably in development around the same time. So I am curious on that one. It's probably a case of they were both in development at the same time, and it's just, I think Four Swords Link was probably based off of Wind Waker Link. What's really interesting is, Minish Cap Link, all the characters throughout Minish Cap, their art style is actually based off of Wind Waker, which is really cool to see that style used in Wind Waker. I think we have to fight a Moblin. We have one of those goat birds coming in. I'm curious, can I save the game and save and quit? I never tried that. Oh god, what happens? We got, they're called big keys in this game. See, that's what I'm talking about. Can we save and quit? You know, we could. We could totally save and quit out of this room to dodge this entire fight. I'm not gonna. Hey guys, what's up? Ha ha ha! Hey, come on. This is how you defeat these guys. You know what's really cool? When you steal their shit, they go, because you literally take the necklace off of them. These Moblins are so goofy. Also, why did the Moblins in this game have a dumpy ass? And why do they have nipples? These guys have, look, I'm not joking. They're built like a bulldog. They have a dumpy fucking ass, and they have big ass nipples. Why? Why did they have to sexualize the Moblins? No wonder the one chick later on in the game is like madly in love with one of them, because they're built like a freaking minotaur. They actually are. They're built like minotaurs. They're just built. They built different. How do I get up here? How do I get up there? There's a way to get up there. And I'm being dumb. I'm being very dumb. It's literally above me. Alright, we have to... Oh, we got it. I thought we had to raise ourselves a little more. And swing. But now we're good. And this literally loops us back around. I might run a few minutes over the 2-hour mark, but it's fine if it's a few minutes over. I forgot how to do this. Spin that thing, jump off the flower. I love how every dungeon has particles in it, and the particles are actually affected by the wind. Like, these particles are not a static particle. Watch, when I blow them with a flower, you can see the particles moving. This is a tiny little detail you'd never notice in this game. And they're just, I guess they wasted development time doing that. I guess just because it's cool. It's one of those weird things about Nintendo games. I guess you could call it soul, maybe. A lot of Nintendo games have stuff like that in them. It's just these weird oddball things they didn't need to add to the game, but they just added to the game anyway because they thought it'd be fun. It'd be a little tiny detail that maybe somebody would pick up on. Game audio might be too loud. I'm seeing it hit yellow. It should not hit yellow. It should be right at the bottom of yellow. Hey, look! It's Makar! There he is. Oh, you might want to run. Well, I didn't expect to see food chain action today, but here we are, I guess. Hohenhorn goes, burnt. Are these things making lightsaber sounds? Yeah, the annoying part is you have to fight these bosses twice in this game. Remember we said spin attacks do more damage? Get out. No, didn't get out. We get nommed instead. That was a whole hard worth of damage. Why did the controller do that? All my inputs got screwed for a second. Hey, you! Get wow. Roar and decapitation all in like one. Wow. This game is a little more violent than I remember. Swordsman, are you the one who rescued me? You have my thanks. When all went dark around me, I thought my time on the earth was over. But why are you here, swordsman? What? The Great Deku Tree sent you? Oh, that's right. Today's the day of our annual ceremony. Oh, I'm in trouble. I shouldn't be here. I must get out of here immediately. I can't read the text on the screen. We got a heart. Gives us more health. Yay. Let's leave. Leave immediately. You actually see Makar jump on your head, I think. No, wait, it's after you warp out. Spin! We gotta have the spin quota. He's up on your head. Oh, Makar, you have returned safely. I'm sorry, Great Deku Tree. I know you warned us many times, but I still did not listen. Do not worry, Makar. You are safe now. Just be more careful from now on. You have done well, Link. I must thank you for your brave deeds. Here is that which I have promised you. Please accept it. You've received Farore's Pearl. The Earth Spirit, the Deku Tree, has seen fit to give you this jewel, a treasure of the goddess, Farore. It is my hope that this pearl shall lead you to a fair destiny. All is well, Makar. Do not cry. Please, play your songs for me as you always do. Oh, that's right. We must begin our ceremony soon before the day ends. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. Let the ceremony begin. And he just pulls out a cello out of nowhere. Oh, you, Great Link. As my thanks to you, I shall play even harder than I normally do. I hope you enjoy it. And then we just have a random big-lipped alligator moment. Sorry, I hit home, but I had the volume selected, so it muted everything for a sec. I love how Link just has these big freaking pogger's eyes. Link is literally pogging right now. Great Deku Tree! This year you have once again produced some splendid seeds. With these seeds, we will continue to spread new forests across the Great Sea. Let us go, Koroks, to the sea! See you all next year. Take care! Farewell, great swordsmen. May the winds of chance bring us together again someday. What if I told you that this game also had you find the Koroks like you do in Breath of the Wild? This game has so many precursors to Breath of the Wild. It's actually insane. Alright, hold on. I'm on to something. This game was the first open world Zelda game technically. It's technically not open world because until you go to the Tower of the Gods, the world is closed off to you, but it is an open world game. You can, as soon as you pass the Tower of the Gods, you're able to then freely explore anywhere in the ocean and go anywhere. You just can't freely climb. So technically this game is a open world game. It's an open world game that gates you off at first before it opens the world up, but it's still open world. You have a paraglider that uses magic instead of the stamina, and there's Koroks in it. And there is a side quest in the game where you have to find these Koroks. They're not hidden, they're just found on different islands, and you have to like quickly use like some magic water to revive the trees that they planted. And you get a heart piece for it. Kind of crazy when you think about the parallels there. There are random treasure chests in the world that you can find out at sea as well. There are sea charts that open up to treasure. And the sea charts can kind of act like side quests that point you to treasure. It's actually really crazy when you think about how this game has so many parallels to Breath of the Wild. The only thing it doesn't have is breakable weapons. Thank God for that. You know, it's really funny too, all the text that's on the sea chart is written in Ancient Hylian, so you can actually translate it. Alright, well, we're now at the 2 hour and 3 minute mark. Now would be a really good time to save and quit. Because now I need to settle down for the night and get ready to go to sleep, and I do need to do some studying for an hour. I don't like doing that, but I have to. I emailed the college and asked for the voucher to do the test, so I'm hoping they get back to me very soon so I can get that done this Thursday. Because I'm gonna have to hustle to get the other exam done by the time it expires. Because it expires in like the second to last week in September. Kind of hard to stay focused on it though, because like the Switch 2, the game's coming out for the Switch 2. It's a big fat distraction, honestly. Also, I need to stop buying games. Chat. Let's go on a side tangent for a minute, and go through all the games that I bought recently. So, in the month of July, I got Donkey Kong Country Bonanza. I got a physical copy of Sonic Frontiers. I got Dragon Quest III 2D HD, a physical copy of that. I got Rune Factory 5, Octopath Traveler 2, and the physical copies of both of those. And I was scouring online to find a sealed new copy of Unicorn Overlord. for cheap. And I found one. It was on Walmart. It was from a third-party seller. It was $34. Unfortunately, that one didn't qualify for the free shipping, so I wound up paying a little more. But it's still under MSRP, because MSRP is still 60 freaking dollary dues for that. So that's a fair amount of games. I'm not done. I'm not done. Because I got some digital games. I'm trying to recall what those digital games are. If I just type in Nintendo, should be able to find the purchase history. Yeah, July 5th. July 5th, I got... What did I buy? I bought Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, Fantasy Life I, The Girl That Steals Time, and the most recent purchase is Castlevania Dominus Collection, so that's the DS games. So that's a lot of games. So it was the 3 eShop games: Dragon Quest, Sonic, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games. That's a lot of games to get through. And I want to do this thing where I beat games as I get them. So, right now, Donkey Kong is on top of the stack. I have Guardians of Azuma in my Switch too, because I want to play that. But I have not been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza off stream, so I'm literally just haven't beaten it yet because I'm literally been playing it only on stream. Sonic Frontiers I'm playing on my own because I've already... Did I? Yeah, I did. I played through Sonic Frontiers. It's one of my earlier streams. I did. I just didn't do the new story content, so maybe I'll do an encore stream of that in the future, where we just get to the encore content and finish it, and also finish the game on hard mode, because you get a different ending if you beat it on the hardest difficulty. Not the one-hit you die mode, which is there is a one-hit death mode in Sonic Frontiers when you beat the game, which is interesting. I don't know, like when you are supersonic and you get hit by one of the Titans when you're supersonic, you just die, which makes no sense at all, because supersonic is supposed to be invulnerable. But okay, fuck me, I guess. That's a lot of games to play. And then this upcoming month, the month we're about to go into, month of August, I'm already planning on getting Pizza Tower and Anton Blast. Because like you saw me play through Anton Blast on stream, I did like a full playthrough of it. I was literally borrowing it from a friend. And after that stream, the friend called me up and said, "There ain't no way you breezed through that game on one stream." They're like, bro, seriously. Anton Blast clicked for me more than Pizza Tower for some reason. I don't know why. Just like I really was just enjoying Anton Blast because it was like Crash Bandicoot and Wario, and it was just the perfect combination of the two. That and I guess I just like the Scottish accent, him just being all like. I think it was the dedicated scream button is what I liked. I like being able to push ZR and have him go ah, and the fact that he swears every time he gets hit was also kind of funny. What is pinching my shoulder, dude? I'm getting this pain on my shoulder, like something's biting me. I keep feeling... I took a shower and everything. There's no ticks on me at all. So, I hope that's not a nerve problem, because I have an old friend from high school. His dad had the same problem where he had like a pain in the neck, shoulder, and it caused him to become completely paralyzed in one hand. And that would basically end my gaming career, everyone. It'd be over. So let's hope that's not a thing. I was looking to see when Kirby comes out. That is... I would have it written down. I have to open the Nintendo Today app. Give me a minute. Nintendo Today. Today in Nintendo. On the calendar. For next month. We have... Drag X Drive comes out on the 14th. I don't care about it. I really don't care about it. Oh, there's a fireworks show on Sunday the 3rd in Animal Crossing. Oh, I guess they just do that every Sunday? Weird. They're doing it every Sunday in August. Nice. 7 to 11:59 it says. Definitely have to catch it. It's the 20... It's literally Kirby and the Forgotten Land is the last week in August. It is the last Thursday. So we'll have the entire month of August to catch up on games. There's no announced games coming out in September from Nintendo. I know that there is I have it written down on my calendar. September we have Daemon X Machina 2. I just have it written down as Daemon X Machina 2. It's Daemon X Machina something. That's on the 5th of September. Sonic Cross World's on the 25th of September. And Atelier Rihanna, which is digital only, is on the 26th. I am going to get that. Legends Arceus on October. And then nothing in November or December. So it's going to be Metroid, probably.